position of helping her, I don't understand how to, then what they can find on your event on May 15th. Again, where is the event?
It's May 15th from 12 to 5 at Kedron Health Center, and that's at 4211 South Avalon Boulevard, Los Angeles, California.
Then if you can tell us what resources will be there for ladies like us to
Well,
meet.
It's a woman's wellness event, and it's about the mental health, physical health, and emotional health. And we are focusing on women because, as you know, we're saying single moms, but it's also for families, mothers, married women. It's for the community. We'll have things there for men as well. But in my experience as a single mother, as a single grandmother, and a single aunt that's like a mother, it's been my experience that we carry a lot of the burden for the family. You can have a role as a single mom and you can be in a married relationship.
Yeah.
In the times that we live in, both parents are working. And then as the mother, you are working and then coming home and parenting. And this is not to leave men out of it, but as a mother, you wear all kinds of caps. I know I did. I come from a legacy of single moms. My mother was a single mother of 7 children. My grandmother was a single mother. And I can go on and on with my lineage from single mothers. And my goal is always to lead by example in my community as well as in my family. And as I look around me, I'm moved by the universe. And whatever the universe bring me and say do, I say, okay, I'm obedient, I answer, and I make sure it happens. And somehow, as you were saying, Lisa, things just fall in place. I had no money. Most of the people that's participating in this event as vendors and other providers, I did not know. And when I opened my mouth and say, well, this is what needs to happen. These people are out here, you know, their human trafficking is a huge event. And it's just like a lot of things that are very serious, like you were just saying, depression. Everyone is affected by it, but no one wants to talk about it until some great loss happens, and that happens close in your family. But California, particularly Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego, is the hub for human trafficking. And you have more of that happening here than any other place in the United States. Even in Van Nuys, that's like the capital of porn. So when this human trafficking happens, they're taking the children off of the streets. They're coming now even to the families and putting families with the crisis of our economy in such a crisis financially that they're able to take these families and use them for sex industry, farming industry, and the undocumented folks that are here that are afraid to say, my kid has been missing because they're afraid of being deported. They're suffering as well. And it doesn't matter if you're a citizen of the U.S. or any other country, you're still a human. And you have the right to live, a right to be safe, and a right to be protected, and a right for your children to grow up as confident and as happy as we can possibly make them, as single mothers, as parents, as families. And so that's what this event is about. And this is not just an event, this is one of my global concerns. However, I address all of these issues in my practice. I am the founder and the CEO of TSAGE Center for Change. And this event is the beginnings of continued work in networking. My goal is to open a drop-in center for women and families here in Los Angeles somewhere, where the service providers and the vendors that are coming to provide information in this fair will also continue to be available as resources for the community. And, you know, women are a little different than men on lots of levels. And when I say women's wellness, if I give you information, or any of you women in this room information,
Possible?
you'll take it and you'll pass it on. We are messengers,
Yes,
you
yes,
know.
yes.
And so it's just our rite of passage to be messengers. And we'll pass it on, where with some men, they'll take that and they'll put the card in their pocket until they need the service for someone in their family. So sometimes it's not passed on, you know, as readily. And this is not coming down on men, but I know as women, this is things we do. So if we can give to the community, and if we can start with the women, which I look at as the head, you know, of the family, we give birth and we produce life and we engage in the life of our offsprings, and our offsprings are the future.
You are so right. You're right, everything you are saying. It just, I don't want to almost get into this conversation why a man is feeling right to be excluded on this level. Because I think, like we mentioned a little bit before the show,